I'm Tikashini.
I'm Azmin.
And my name is Masagwani.
So we are going to discuss about food manufacture and about sugar production in detail. So do you guys know where sugar is from? The source and its origin? Well, sugar has many sources and we will be focusing on two of the main sources, which is the sugarcane and the sugar beet. The other sources are also sweet potato and also honey. The origin of sugarcane is from India and some sources also say it's from Brazil. So the sugar is first produced in India and then it is spread to other places. This is from one of the sources, but there are also many other news and sources saying that it is also from other countries such as Brazil and also China. Okay, now to the process of how sugar is made from sugarcane. Firstly, it goes through this process called shredder. Sugarcane is passed through shredder to cut it to make it into a smaller size. Then it is passed through the diffuser where the small sizes of the sugarcane is placed into a tank of water. This is to make sure the sugarcane to be softer and filled with moisture. This moist sugarcane is then passed through miller. In miller, there are also many drums, rotary drums, where it helps to squeeze out the juice from the miller. Then the juice from the miller is passed through the heater. In the heater, it is heated to a certain temperature and a certain pressure to be passed to the next unit operation, which is the clarifier. In clarifier, there is this process called liming, where liming is used to neutralize and control the pH of the juice so it is not too acidic or not too alkaline. The neutralized juice then enters the evaporator. In evaporator, there is a steam coming in a hot temperature, and the steam reacts with the juice and leaves at the same rate. The juice, which has already reacted with the steam, is now called as the thick solution. The thick solution is the juice where it's already thickened and the concentration of sugar is very high. The thick solution of sugar goes to the crystallizer. In crystallizer, we have to add seeding. This seeding is to ensure the development of the crystals in the thick solution. And also we have to scrape or scratch the walls of the crystallizer to induce the crystallizing process. And this crystals forms is actually the raw sugar, and the raw sugar next will go to the dryer because in the crystallizer the raw sugar produced is still wet and contains a lot of moisture. So passing it through the dryer actually removes all the excess moisture and the excess water and produces the raw sugar that we normally get, but this is before the refining. The raw sugar then goes to the storage and to the other factories. In the other factories, they will refine the sugar and they will be sold to the shops. So next, I would like to invite Azmin to explain about the sugar beet.
Okay, for sugar beet part, for the history, it's like based on what Tikashini already said, the sugar originally from Brazil and some other country, but to be more specifically, for sugar beet in 2013, it shows that Russia, France, US, and Germany and Turkey were the 5 largest producers of the sugar beet. And then for the sugar beet itself, it's shaped like reddish, something like it's round and big. So the root itself contains a lot of sucrose, and it's an underground plant which is xerophyte. And then in 1747, it shows that there is like a trade for sugar beet production due to the sugar cane. And then there is one professor found that existence of sugar beet is similar with the existence of sugar in sugarcane, and it also shows that sugar beet has the best sources for extraction of sugar. So I will proceed with the production of sugar beet. Okay, at first I should note that the sugar beet itself is an underground plant which is full with dirt, soil, and insects. So the first step that we must do to produce a really good sugar from sugar beets is that we have to put them into washer. Just like splash the water in the washer and clean up all the soils and impurities around the sugar beet. And then the next step we will put into a slicer, the one big slicer, which is we cut the sugar beet into slices. And then after that we will put the sugar beet, the smaller size of the sugar beet, into a diffuser, which is in the diffuser we insert enormous of water, which is we call as inhibition water. The water is the function as to extract all the sugar from the sugar beet. As you know, the hypertonic and hypertonic and hypotonic, which is from the sugar beet itself is a high concentration of sugar, which is hypertonic. So the sugar will diffuse out from the sugar beet and go into the water, so we will get the juice. Yeah, it is. Okay, and then for the fourth operation, which is we will continue the juice of the sugar beet into the carbonation or clarifier. Here we have a several types of clarifier, which is we can use CO2, sulfur, and phosphate. The main point for clarifier is to remove all the impurities, or the substance that we don't need in the juice, in the sugar juice. So that in order to do that, we must input some other chemical, which is like I said before, like CO2, sulfur, or phosphate. And then for my research, I choose to put CO2 because it's much like cheaper and abundant in the world, CO2 gas. And then it will calm all the impurities and just go out from the clarifier, so we will get fine juice. Okay, and then after that we will go to the filter. Here filter, we remove the rest of the big mark that left in the juice, so we will get really good juice without any solid or impurities. And then after the filter, we will go to the evaporator. In the evaporator, we will remove all the excess water. As you can see from the diffuser, we will put enormous amount of water. So in the evaporator, we will reduce the water. Okay, and then so we will get, like Takashi said, we get the thick syrup sugar solution. Okay, and then I think that I will not continue as the step is quite similar with the sugar cane. So I will jump to my second point, which is the main comparison between the sugar beet and sugar cane processing. As you know that they are both sugar, so there is no much difference, but I want to highlight the two big difference between the processing, which is the first one is the washer. As you know that sugar cane do not use washer because it's already like not very dirty as sugar beet. So for sugar beet processing, we must use washer to get rid of all the soils and everything. And then the second comparison is that for sugar cane we use miller, which is it's like the machine turbo to extract the juice. And because it's already round and small, but we cannot use miller for sugar beet as it's a round and big. So yeah, it's gonna break the machine. So we will use the slicer, just slice the sugar beet into its slices, thin slices. Okay, I think that's all from me. So I will pass to the Wali.
Okay, thank you, Azmi. Just now, my friend has explained about the sugar production from the sugar beet and sugar cane. Now it's my turn to explain to you guys about the sugar refining. Do you know what is sugar refining? Sugar refining is a process which is a raw sugar into the white refined sugar. Actually, there are many sugarcane mill produce the raw sugar that still contain molasses, that can have more color, brown color compared to white color. But when we go to store and we want to buy the sugar, we found the sugar is in white color, right? Not in the brown. Except you guys want to buy the brown sugar, you know brown sugar? Yeah. And then
The sugar beet is refined to remove the strong taste of beet, so that the refined sugar that produced is pure sucrose, which is 99% pure. So we know that sugar beet refineries tend to have short period when they process beet, but may store intermediate product and process that in the off season. Sorry. Roast sugar is either processed into white refined sugar in local refineries and sold in the local industry and consumer. So we proceed to the process to make the sugar, refined sugar. It's called roast sugar process. Alright. First is affination. Actually, it's not a process. Like at first, the raw sugar is stored in the large warehouse, and then transport to the sugar refinery, like factory, using the transport before, actually there are traditional sugar refining. This is at first the raw sugar is mixed with the syrup, heavy syrup, to like wash the surface of the sugar beet and the raw sugar. It's like crystal, I think. Crystal that is less pure than the actual crystal. So and the second is like the next process is screening. Screening is when the remaining sugar is dissolved into the phosphoric acid and combined with the calcium hydroxide and dissolved with the precipitate calcium phosphate. Where is the precipitate calcium phosphate act as the to entrap the impurity and wash it out. Alright. So after the remaining solid is filtered out, the clarified syrup is decolorized by filtration through the, it's called ion exchange resin. Yeah. So and the last step is sugar drying and storage. You know, when you want to dry the sugar, you put it in the hot rotary dryer and then blow it in the cool air for several days. Not in several minutes or what, but several days. You know, it's take a long time. But the final product is cute. So after after dry, the final product is stored in the large concrete and steel silos. But in this case, we need to handle it in caution because it can cause the sugar dust explosion. Actually, there are cases in the Georgia Port Wentworth, where is the lead 30 fatalities happen. This sugar dust explosion happened. So, now I'm going to conclude our presentation. You know, we know that sugar is essential basic for the soft drink, food, fast food, candy. The common one is candy, sweet, and baking product, and also in respective industry. So, the trade and export of sugar show the interconnection of the world through the one product, sugar. The interconnection of sugar is led by the farmer who farm the sugar cane, sugar beet, and the worker who work in the refining process, engineer, and also exporter. So that's all from us. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.